Hello, all business and folks. So we are talking about what's new in 2023 release wave 2. And today we'll talk about data search. So Business Central will now allow you to search across data that is relevant to your role and not just business transaction, but whatever base data that you are searching for. And it'll focus on the value that you're passing. So if you remember, in the previous release, there was a beta version of the search. And let's quickly look at that before we look into the future. So this is my Business Center 2022. And if you would have went into search menu and then would have searched the search, you would find search in company data, which is in preview. And then you need to type a value, let's say 10,000. Anything that is 10,000 will be listed here in different kind of entries which are defined in the setup. But because of it was in preview, it was work in progress, and now that work's kind of being completed. So let's understand how you can utilize this feature with your Business Central environment and how you can configure it so that it doesn't impact your performance. So to begin with, let's get into Business Central 2023 release wave 2. And now we are here. The beauty is now at this point, when you go to the vendors, you'll see all the vendors there and you can start going into search. But this time you don't have to type a word search. What you can do is you can start typing the number that you are looking for. As soon as it doesn't matches to an existing page or a report or any exposed entity in the Business Central, it gives you this option to search company data. As you click on it, you will see that the search already started and showed you the results of it. Now this gives you power to quickly search the data in Business Central, and don't close the video. There's more to it. We'll come to this. Now this is where you go into it and search for it. But what if you are on a record, let's say if you are on an item card and your cursor is pointing on the description. When you hit the search icon now, it'll automatically understand that you're looking for Ethan's desk and you search it on company data. It automatically then shows you the search result based on it. So based on where your scope or your cursor is, it automatically understand that what you're looking for and start searching for that. Now that's just about the feature, but now let's understand what's available and what's not, how you can limit the scope, because at the end of the day, the more the tables will be, it'll slow down the performance of your system. And if you want to use the system in a better way, you need to set it up correctly. So when you get into the search window, like I just went here, you will see that there's a setup, show tables to search. So it is not searching on all the tables per se, it is searching on certain tables which are listed in this option. So let's click on that. When you click on that, you see a list of tables where this data will be searched on. Now there are two things to set up. One, if you want to increase or decrease the tables that you want to search in, the default list comes based on the role that is selected or assigned to you. Based on that, it identifies the table that you should be typically searching that data into. So based on the role, these table may differ. So if I change my role to manufacturing manager, you will see that the tables have been completely changed. So now we understand that the tables that are being filtered or searched on is based on the role that you have selected. But nevertheless, you can click on show all tables and then add additional table if that makes sense. So if I'm looking for item, I surely may be looking for item ledger entries created for it. But then as soon as I add these bigger tables, that also adds an overhead of number of fields in that table. I know there's a question that you have in your mind right now. What about my custom tables? You can just search for them directly in your search grid and include that table if needed. So it does support all the tables from my ISV, from Microsoft, and from your pertinent extension. Once you have finalized which tables you want, you'll just close it, open it again. But one more thing to increase your performance, you need to identify which fields you are looking in when you are adding a new table. So I know that when I'm looking for a item ledger entry, I might look for item number, and it was pretty smart to select some fields. I might search for location, so I might add location. I'm not going to search on order number, so I'll exclude this. I don't use variant, so let's uncheck that. So you can now define which fields you want to be considered during search. In the same way, I'll go back to my custom table and utilize the number and name field, which is already defined. So far so good. Let's test it out. Now when I search for 1896 again, and if there are item ledger entry associated, I should be able to see them on my search results. So now if you look at it, I also see my item ledger entries, which are for this. What about my custom table? Because that has a record which matches to the number of, let's say, vendor. So when I search for vendor number 10,000 or just the number 10,000, keeping my cursor there, it'll search for the company data where there is a word 10,000. And if you go down, you will see that I also have a record where there is a number 10,000 associated. Is that it? No, you can actually click on a record on the search result and it'll navigate you to that exact table where your record is. So it makes it simpler because it actually navigates to that actual record that you're pointing to in the source table where the data is found. So let me know how you'll utilize this feature, how this feature will help you to do your jobs faster, how it'll impact your performance. I'll be waiting for your comments into the video, and you know the drill. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you think other users and consultants will benefit from it, to share this video. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to the video because there are more and more video coming in as we move forward. Thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.